Hello everybody, it is Nicole from Ikiwi, and today I'm going to teach you how to blend monochromatic colors together with alcohol markers. So let's not waste any time and hop right into the video. This is the first of 3 blending videos coming out. Next week's video will cover how to blend with similar or analogous colors using alcohol markers, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified of when that video comes out. And as a quick disclaimer, this is not the only way to blend with markers, this is just the way that I blend markers. I tend to blend by layering a lot of ink, but I know some tutorials advise against it. This method just works for me, and you can see it in action in pretty much all of my marker videos. So the first step is to choose your markers. In this piece, I'm going to be going from light pink to red, so I chose 6 to 7 markers. The number of markers that you choose really depends on how close or far apart the colors are on a scale. So for example, if I was going from a pink to a medium pink, you probably only need 2 or 3 markers at most. However, if I was going from a light pink to a dark red, then you may need a lot more, and it really just depends and you can use your judgment. In this example, I try to blend red with pink and you can see that it leaves a very hard line. When I add a middle color in between, it does help blend it together. However, I find that using more colors for a larger range works best. Once the markers are chosen, I lay them next to my art piece in the order that I want to blend them in, and you'll see me do this mostly on the left side. I then start with the lightest color and color upwards towards the area I want to blend. You want to start with the lightest color because even if you go too far into where you want to blend, the next color, which would be darker, will cover it up. Because the area that I'm coloring on this dress is rather large, halfway through I use the next color and I color downwards towards the light pink. Since I want the colors to blend together in the middle, I color towards the middle area where I want the blending to occur. I did add a third marker in between because when I was coloring this, I felt like it would blend better with this third marker added. I then switch between the 3 colors and I color upwards with the lightest color and downwards with the other 2 to try and blend it in the middle. After that area is filled, I go over the entire portion again to saturate the area in marker and re-blend the colors. I've mentioned this in previous how to blend videos, but keeping the area you're working on saturated with marker helps the marker blend together more seamlessly. If you let it dry completely in between switching, it can leave a harder, more defined line, which if you're going for smooth blending, that's definitely not ideal. But also make sure not to overdo it because too much layering can cause the marker to bleed or feather outside of the lines. And then I basically repeat the same steps in each section that I'm working on. So on the next portion of the dress, I start with the next pink and I color upwards. And when I add the darker pink, I apply the marker downwards again, going towards the previous color. You will see me switch between markers a lot because I am layering the colors over and over again so they blend together more seamlessly. When I get to a stopping point in a section, so in this case, her arm cuts off half of the dress, I go over the entire portion again, starting with the darkest color and going down until I reach the end of the part that I'm working on. This helps blend the color together in one seamless go instead of patching it together, especially if you're working in a larger area. And that's basically the entire method of blending monochromatic colors together, but I do have 2 more examples to show you so you can see the process again. So in this example, I am blending 6 different blues together. I'm also using some markers that don't have a brush tip, so it is possible to blend without one, but it is easier with a brush tip. The process is the same by going upwards with the lighter color and down with the darker. After completing a section, I repeat the process over onto the next section until I completed the drawing. And the last example is blending pastel green to a deep green, and I used 6 markers and repeated the same blending process. I tend to find that 6 markers is a good amount for blending, and don't be afraid to mix different brands of alcohol markers together because I do it all the time. As long as they are alcohol markers, they should work well together and there shouldn't be a problem. So hopefully seeing the process done 3 different times helped you understand how I color monochromatic color schemes. If you want to practice or color this piece yourself, this line art is available as a coloring page pack on my Etsy, which will be linked in the description and in the pinned comment. I hope you found this video useful or helpful to you in any way. Don't forget to stick around for my next video, which will cover how to blend similar or analogous colors together. So with that, I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Keep drawing, keep creating, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!